Assorted articles, Mzwake Goodman. Life can get tough. I just wanna jump straight to it. Life can get tough, but you need to get up and do what you need to do, what needs to be done in the context of your own life. And I know comparison is always at the forefront, or may always be on the forefront. However, until you hear someone's story about where they are and where they've come from, you'd find there are similar patterns always, because there is nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. What you might be experiencing, what you experience, someone else has experienced. I'm talking about finance, the lack of money, having too much month and less money, coming up short, not having enough money as you want to make things happen, to make purchases, to pay school fees in advance. I'm talking in the context of the things that I am facing. However, it's necessary to actually get out there after feeling anger and upset, right? Anger and upset, not being abundant enough in money yet. And I came across something that reminded me that you need to commit. How many of us are really committing every day? And then you'd hear of those who have committed for 5 years, and the 6th year, everything changes. You need to understand, or we need to understand, that there are always laws working. So these laws cannot be overridden. Yes, there may be a shortcut, but these laws of input, output, they stand true. Every time, all the time, every day, all day, you get what you put in. Now, there is an unfair advantage, you might say. Yes, but how many of those actually exist? How many cases of unfair advantage are actually out there? Right? So, get out there, acknowledge that your problems actually exist. Feelings of anger and being upset, take time off, find an outlet. Talk to someone, let them know, be honest. You would have been honest to yourself, how you feel, what is actually the problem. Yes, you know that you don't have what you need right now. However, what is it that's bothering you? Are you physically tired? Are you mentally tired? Are you fatigued? Maybe feeling underappreciated lately. Whatever it is, acknowledge it. Make sure that you talk it out. Let someone know. Vent. Let it out of your system. Then move on. Right? Excuse me. Then move on. But being thoroughly aware, you move on, not forgetting, you move on knowing very well where you left off. Knowing very well where you left off. Magunesting, she's in paper. Talk it out to the ancestor. Talk it out to your friend, to a father, to a brother. Talk it out. Find an outlet. Because life is hard. But guess what? You are tough. You are tough. But that coincides with you acknowledging and taking time to rest. Talking it out, having had an honest and sober conversation with yourself. Then you'd find the following day, you're rejuvenated. And this is important to remember as well, that in this very moment, this moment leads to the next moment and you will not be feeling the same. Very important. So we need to commit. Discipline. The lack of discipline is what throws us back, or just makes the process slower or slow altogether. The lack of discipline. It can be 3 hours a day for 5 days, or focusing on something specific, right? I teach what I have to learn. I teach what I have to learn. 3 hours a day, 5 days. 2 hours a day, an hour a day, 5 days, if you have a regular 9 to 5. Nonetheless, a 9 to 5, as we know, is both informal and informal. And in most cases, it goes beyond 9 to 5 hours, excuse me. It goes beyond 9 to 5 hours depending on the responsibilities, because everyone has responsibilities. However, having acknowledged your feelings, sober conversation, making a sober estimation of yourself that you do not imagine you are more or less than you are. I think that's very important as well. Making a sober estimation that you're not more or less than you are, so that you achieve ground or bearing. Then you move. Then you talk to others. You find out. Whenever you can, you find out. You're direct. You find out how they deal with issues when they come up in their own lives, right? Get out there. When you are in the house experiencing these feelings, take a walk. It sounds cliche, it works. Get out there, you'll feel much better. I guarantee. Sleep, take a rest, lay back, chill, take a rest. Some sort of movement, right? Verbally, physically, mentally, vent, talk. Then on, understand that life is tough and life is abundant nonetheless. The generation that came before us, they had it much harder. I think we have it the easiest, but we've had it the easiest, or the illusion of easy, because of the internet, because of having so much information at our fingertips, having access, and then having to put in the work, because you can talk behind the camera, but put in the work. That's complementary, as you know. But life is life. Life is life. You need to live it. It's your life. And no one else will live it for you. Remember, there are so many decisions that you consciously make, especially the decisions that you consciously have made. They're the results of the kind of life you're living right now, of the type of life or the life you're living right now. And you are responsible for that. The achievements you've achieved that make you feel good, you are responsible for that. Now, equally, what you don't want to have happen, or what you're experiencing, or you'd otherwise not have it happen, you are responsible for that too. Sticks and stones, bad and good, right and left, correct and wrong. It's all relative, right? It's always talked about that you need balance, but with balance, it's a moment-to-moment thing. You don't do it just once and then you're done. Full acknowledgement, life is life. Assorted articles, Nzwaki Goodman.